Hey guys, and thanks for joining me for yet another video. In this presentation, we're going to take a look at two styles of ways to do a rack of ribs. We're going to be doing half of a rack jerk and half of a rack in barbecue. We're going to take our time and totally massage these meats in with these flavors, and I'm going to show you exactly how I blend everything to combine and to make this happen. So let's get into the video. Hey guys, and thanks for joining me for yet another video. In this presentation, we're going to be taking a look at some ribs. Now, these ribs have been cleaned and pre-seasoned. They've actually been soaking for 24 hours in seasoning. I cut it's a whole rack, but I cut it in two just because I'm going to be making two styles of ribs. So at this point, I'd suggest you turn your oven on to 300 and let it preheat. So like I mentioned, we're going to be making two styles of ribs. So I have two foil lined trays that I'm going to be putting these two pieces of ribs in. So one will go into the rack there, and then this one will go here. And what we're going to do is we're going to be seasoning this. One will be barbecue and one will be jerk. Now, the bowl that had the ribs in there, I'm just gonna be dividing this gravy into 2 cups. So I'm just gonna split it in two because we're gonna be making a barbecue marinade and a jerk marinade. So first thing first, we're gonna make our barbecue marinade. I'm gonna show you all the things we're gonna need. So for our barbecue marinade, we have about 2 tablespoons of the seasoning sauce in the bottom here. We're gonna be adding 2 tablespoons of, I have Miss Diane's barbecue sauce. It's a honey garlic flavor. So we're going to be adding 2 tablespoons of that to this sauce. We're also going to be adding some of this Kraft garlic barbecue sauce. We're going to also be adding 2 tablespoons there. We're also going to be adding in 1, 2, 3 teaspoons of granulated sugar, some minced ginger, about a half a teaspoon, and we're gonna put in about a half a teaspoon of minced garlic, a teaspoon of chicken base concentrate, a half a teaspoon of parsley flakes, and about a teaspoon of green seasoning into this. So yeah, it's just about a teaspoon, not too much. There, and then we give it a mix. Hey guys, so after mixing in our ingredients together, we're gonna get a nice thick barbecue sauce. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna drench the side that's gonna be baked is gonna be on top. So I'm just gonna do the back first. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna just pour a generous amount onto our ribs. And we're also gonna use like a spatula to just spread it along. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna heavily drizzle the top. So we're gonna drizzle this whole rack that we have here with this sauce. Now mind you, our pork is already seasoned, and it's been seasoned for 24 hours like I said. So this is just an extra marinade that's gonna cook into it. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna cover this with some foil, and we're gonna place it in our, so this is the other half of that seasoning that the ribs was soaking in. So to this, we're gonna be making our jerk marinade. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna use some of this jerk marinade here. We're gonna go in with a tablespoon of that into our cup. Jerk seasoning. And we're gonna go in with a teaspoon of that, a tablespoon of green seasoning, a half a teaspoon of minced garlic, and a half a teaspoon of minced ginger, parsley flakes, about a half a teaspoon, tablespoon of chicken base seasoning, 1, 2, 3 teaspoons of granulated sugar, And we're gonna be giving these items a mix to incorporate. Smells very hot. Just for reference, it smells really hot, and it's a nice thick sauce. See? So same thing, we're gonna flip it to the side that's gonna be under at first, and we're gonna generously pour a good half of this mixture out, and we're gonna use our spatula and spread it around. And the rest of it, we're gonna just generously, of course, pour it over the top portion of our ribs. So we used up all of our marinade. And we're also going to be spreading it around with our spatula, as well as we're gonna cover it with some foil, seal it off in some foil, and we're gonna have our oven preheated to 300 degrees before we put this in. But I'm gonna cover this down first. So now we're gonna be putting in our ribs into the oven on the medium rack. It's fine, and we're gonna be setting a timer for 1 hour, because we're going to be checking it at 1 hour intervals. So at this point, we're gonna put it in the oven. I'm actually going to put the oven on to 400 degrees. So we're going to close that. I'm going to change my bake time to 400 degrees, and we're going to set a timer for an hour.
Hey guys, so here we are with the finale of those barbecue ribs. As you can see, I cut into them and it looks super moist, which they are, and taste so good. As well as our jerk here on the right, that was also done nice and tender. As you can see, it was cooked all the way through till the bones. Yep, these two rib recipes were a success, and I hope you enjoy it when you try it. Bye for now.